Welcome to part 5 of our offshore introduction. Today we will discuss various offshore structures that are either fixed or anchored on the seabed, floating or submerged. Please note I am not absolute authority on all the offshore structures and different nations have different ways to express the same thing. This video is for awareness for new offshore surveyors. So what is offshore? If you search the net, it will tell you something else. But in this channel, whenever I mention offshore, it means off the shore or land, at sea, out in the ocean. Okay, with that out of the way, let us start with the map. We actually call it chart, navigational chart or nautical chart or hydrographic chart. What you see here is a small scale chart used for route planning for vessels traversing from one continent to another. Hydrographic offices of almost all nations are responsible for making charts for their part of ocean and coast. Here you see a large scale chart mainly used for entering ports and harbors. There are many symbols and lines on the chart. A mariner knows what exactly they are because the safety of the vessel depends on adhering to the symbols and instructions given on the chart. Now, as an offshore survey crew, you are not expected to know about actual navigation, but a lot of time you can find yourself steering a small boat near coastal waters of a busy port. That time it is absolutely necessary that you carry a navigation chart with you and that you can decipher the symbols on the chart and can identify any navigational aids that is around your survey area. There is an international organization, IALA, which defines the shape, size and color of all the marine navigational aids to be used, how to be used and where. Every nation has to follow the same. You can find IALA book if you search online. Again, as a surveyor, it is not a necessity, but sometimes you may find yourself in a situation where this little knowledge can save a lot of headache. Let us move offshore and see what all structures you will encounter and what they are called. This yellow structure you see in the middle of the ocean is bottom part of a platform. This is called jacket. They are carried by material barges, picked up by heavy lift construction barge and placed on the seabed. Surveyors and engineers, you play a very crucial role in this and we will discuss it in a future video. This huge structure is called a topside. The shape and size will vary greatly depending on the purpose. This structure is placed on the jacket and welded together and only then it is called a platform. Again, surveyors and engineers, you will be playing a very crucial role. Friends, I try to bring values in each of my videos and spend a lot of time in creating and editing each and every video. I respect your valuable time you spend to watch my videos. If you think my videos have given you some value, you can show your appreciation by getting me a coffee. Thank you. Offshore platforms are widely varied and built for purpose. On your screen is a processing platform. The flare stack on the right indicates that this platform processes the crude oil or gas and the excess gas is released and lighted away from the main structure. This looks like an accommodation area, but you can also see a flare tripod on the left and a jack-up rig on the right. So this has to be a complex with living quarters. Processing platform and drilling platforms are obscured behind the living quarters. This photo is taken from another platform which has a connecting bridge. You can see a helideck on top of the platform. This seems like a newly installed unmanned platform. I cannot see any conductor pipes installed yet for drilling, but we can see a disconnected riser pipe coming out of seabed. We cannot see a helideck on this platform, but there is a two-step boat landing to facilitate platform engineers to access this platform when required. The next image is kind of a rare to see in Indian waters. We can see that a jack-up rig is drilling through a platform which is connected via a walking bridge to the main processing facility. There is also a storage ship connected to the processing facility receiving processed crude oil. This is a big complex with drilling platform, living quarter and multiple processing platforms. They are all connected via multiple walking bridges. This next image is also a complex with 3 main platforms and a jack-up rig is connected to one of the platforms. This picture shows you a walkway bridge between 2 platforms. As a surveyor, you will have to carry out the survey before the second platform and the bridge is installed. You have to measure the height and length of the bridge. We call this bridge landing survey. Be careful when you approach a platform complex. Most processing platform may have one of these orange color floating buoys. They are called single point mooring or SPM. Now the pronunciation of this floating thing can be different in different nations. Americans call it buoy and Britishers and we Indians call it buoy. Whatever you call it, stay clear of that thing. Give it a wide berth. The SPM is anchored to the seabed with 6 anchor chains connected to 6 piles driven in the ground. So if you are towing a sensor behind your vessel, you must be very careful. Sometimes you may come across some colossal vessel moved in deeper water, say within couple of kilometers of some major oil producing platform. They look like a floating processing platform. These are called FPSO. FPSO is floating production storage and offloading, and they produce crude oil and gas at sea. Crude oil is stored in tanks and transported directly to the tanker, and gas is used as fuel for the FPSO's gas turbine power plant or transferred onshore through pipeline. As they are moved with 6 to 8 anchors, normally from a contraption at the bow, give this giant vessel a wide berth. These 3 pictures you see are called dolphin. Normally dolphin is a structure made by a bunch of piles driven closely and tied up together or a concrete RCC structure. Nowadays they are very rare offshore. If they exist offshore, then they will be about 500 meters from the main complex. You can see these dolphins at almost every port and harbour. These are used to tie up vessels. Some dolphins are with huge rubber fenders so that the ship's side can come alongside. In offshore you will come across this kind of either bright yellow or bright orange buoys. These are barge mooring buoys. These buoys are connected to an anchor and the anchor leads to a barge nearby. Do not cross between buoy and the barge without prior notification and permission from the barge. The anchor wire may be very tight and your sensors may get damaged. There are a couple of structures on the seabed which you will not be able to see, but it will come across as a data in your multi-beam or side scan sonar images. These are PLEM and PLET. The pipeline end manifold or PLEM is a subsea structure, acts as a connection point between the main or branch pipeline. The pipeline end termination or PLET is a termination structure between the main pipeline and a rigid spool jumper or a flexible hose. This can be in varied sizes and have a significant height in your sonar image. Towing towfish very close to the seabed near this can be hazardous. As we started with navigation charts, I will conclude this with navigation aids. Here are a couple of channel marker buoys. This can vary a lot, and the shape and attachment to the buoys can mean many different things. Please check the IALA guide, as IALA has two regions and rules are completely different in these two regions. Please don't ask me why. And when you are entering a new harbor, please check the local port guide and pilot books.